What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to 3 small business lending sources to supplement EIDL. Please do me a huge favor, give this video a thumbs up, hashtag EIDL with your comments below. And don't forget, make sure you join us over at trysmallbiz.com. That's trysmallbiz.com, where you can advertise your company for free or for just $1 a day. You can be one of only 1,000 companies that become a premium member, and this guy right here will personally work with you and promote you to more than 100,000 people on social media. So check us out at trysmallbiz.com. Ladies and gentlemen, we turn, speaking of 3 months old today. I just want to take a moment before we cover 300 lenders that might be able to help you and your family get the money you deserve to say thank you very much. We actually have 1,506 members in total, almost 170, or about 11.5% are premium members. Thank you to each and every one that has joined this opportunity. I can tell you guys, we are on the ground floor of something massive. There's going to be 5,000 members here by the end of this year, 15,000 by the end of the next, 30,000 by 2024 when we start to have our annual events in Las Vegas and our cruises out of Miami on Richard Branson's Virgin Voyages heading to the Bahamas. I'm telling you, it's going to be absolutely amazing. So please do us all a favor. Give me, the guy who's been with you for the last 2 years, by the way, new camera angle. Next thing you know, I'll have a fancy microphone, a new background, a podcast. It'll be amazing. Help me fulfill my mission, which is what? To help you make money, both in the stock market. OMG, are you following me on Twitter at TrySmallBiz? We just booked our 18th winner since March 1st of this year for 627% gains? What? The worst stock market since 1932 under the big guy, and we've made more than 6 times our money, even if you factor in 2 or 3 losses that are roaring back today with this market that I called a bottom on 10 days ago. You need to get in the game. By the way, check out the Get Started button, the red one, before you log in after this video. There's 2 new features. If you don't think 16 in total for premium members, 2 of which start in June, if you don't think that's worth $1 a day, I don't know what else I have to do. So I'm asking those 1,300 and change that are free members, please consider $1 a day. You can pay by the year and save 15%, or by the month. You decide what's best for you. TrySmallBiz.com. You log into your account, you hit the red upgrade to premium button, be one of only 1,000 people that will get a very exclusive opportunity. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you 3 options. 300 lenders in total that could get you the money, in many cases much easier than through the SBA. But before I get there, and I will share all 3 links in the pinned top comment, allow me to briefly share a quick story. Many of you don't know, I went bankrupt in 2008. I was living in South Florida, Delray Beach to be exact. Living La Vida Loca. I had a V12 760 Beamer, a Z4 Roadster, BMW of course, a tricked out Escalade, and a 28-foot power play speedboat with twin 502 engines, 93 miles an hour on flat water, almost $500,000 of toys, in addition to about $100,000 worth of cash and Breitling Super Avengers scattered all over the house. And then I placed a gigantic bet against the stock market. And if you saw the movie The Big Short, I was actually right. I knew all the free money, no money down, no credit check, housing bullshit was going to lead to a disaster. My problem is I started buying puts in 2006, options on the QQQ. I should have started a lot later, and I should have had futures contracts so I didn't have something called time value working against me. So long story short, I lost millions, and I took 40 accredited investors down with the ship. And I left my house in Florida, and I grabbed a, what do they call them, spec house in Canton, Georgia, about a half an hour from where I am right now. I lasted there for about a year. And then the jig was up, and I lost everything. My house, my cars, my boat, my fiance, the woman I thought I was going to marry. And frankly, I don't blame her. It got real bad. It got so bad, in fact, I lost that house too. And I landed on a forklift at 37 years old. I'm 52 now, in a town called Cumming for $9 an hour. I was loading Craftsman wrenches, if you can believe that, onto pallets for trucks to come by 3 times a day and take them to God knows where. That was me. And I remember to this day, the manager of the plant came up to me on a Friday afternoon, similar time of year. He said, you know, since the day I saw you, I knew you were the one to manage this plant. And he handed me a set of golden keys. And my father and I, rest his soul, he died a couple of years ago in his sleep. We got wasted on Ice House beer. And if you know anything about Ice House, it's about as cheap as it gets. And we ate pizza along with it. Then I came back to that same plant, $9 an hour, and the manager told me on the following Monday, I need the keys back. We were going into a recession, and it makes me emotional as we speak. I was so devastated, destroyed as a man. No self-esteem, no dignity. I couldn't even look in the mirror. That I thought him taking away a $45,000 managerial job at a tool plant was the end of the world. In truth, it was the beginning of my life. In short order, I got another white-collar job. I built and sold a few homes. I took my credit from 510 to north of 700, and here I am knocking on small business door on a mission to help you and your family make more money than you ever dreamed possible. The reason I share that with you is ask yourself, do you really have a business? Do you really have a bright future? Because if you're like me 15 or so years ago and you don't, God, whatever you worship in terms of your creator, might be telling you something. It's time to go in another direction. And what these lenders will do, and the SBA won't, is they will allow you to pivot. They're not just going to look at 2019. They're not just going to hold your credit score as the final decision as to whether or not you get any money. But for the love of God, I'm asking each and every one of you, have an honest assessment with yourself, your family, and your employees if you got any. Do we really have a business? Do we really have a bright future? Can we truly afford to take on more debt at much higher interest rates, probably between 10 and 20% for most of you anyway? If the answer is yes, then by golly, go for it. If you've been going in a southerly direction since the pandemic began in 2020 and you see no bounce whatsoever, it might be time to go in a different direction. With that said, and I say that out of the utmost love and respect for every single one of you that are struggling, here are 3 options. I will pin them in the top comment. Oh my goodness. Taking me way back, ladies and gentlemen. It was terrible. But now we've got such an amazing thing going. I hope to help each and every one of you. And again, I'll say it for the last time, become one of only 1,000 premium members. Hit the red upgrade to premium. It's going to be the best thing, best investment you're ever going to make. All right, here we go. Pin in the top. In alphabetical order, all 3 of these are premium members. First one I've mentioned before is Gary at Approved Business Lending. Gary wrote the article I shared last week. By the way, it was seen over 16,000 times on Facebook. We got 15,000 followers there now. Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter at Try Small Biz, username Small Biz, follow us. And I asked Gary, I said, how many reached out to you? He goes, nobody. More people read the article on Facebook than we actually had followers at the time, and nobody reached out. So listen to me carefully. If you have more than one employee and you'd like a shot at up to $26,000 from the IRS through the employee retention credit, then you read this article from Gary at Approved Business Lending, pinned in the top comment. It's one of the best Q&As I've ever seen. And then if you look at Gary's cover photo, I mean, my goodness, he's connected, by the way, to 100 lenders. The next one up is 200 lenders, but he's got account receivable funding. He's got real estate funding. He's got construction financing. How about medical loan funding, merchant cash advances, SBA 7A and 504 loans, something that we're going to talk about in the very near future. Bottom line, Gary at Approved Business Lending is your ERC expert and someone who can reach out to up to 100 lenders on your behalf. All right, the second one up, and again, this is pinned in the comment, a brand new premium member. I just promoted him, I think, 2 days ago. Efix Credit, E-Fix Credit Inc. They are located, let's see here, San Francisco, California, the one and only Nancy Pelosi's district. But I got to tell you, very, very impressive outfit. The website's kick-ass. In short, they offer credit repair solutions. So if you're like me and you got a 5-something credit score, they can probably help you get that north of 6.25, 6.5 in relatively short time frame. You may have to do that first in order to qualify for some of these loans. You get student loan relief, 10 grand in student loan forgiveness from the big guy. I mean, he had a chance to get, 3, 4, 5 million student loan votes, and he throws them 10 grand. I mean, this guy can't do anything right. We'll save that for another day. My goodness. What an embarrassment, to say the least. Business credit DIY software. They're connected to over 200 lenders, as I said, at Efix Credit. You can get $1 million identity theft insurance policy and several business funding programs. So again, pinned in the top comment is Efix Credit. And if you're wondering, what's that $1 a day going to get me as a premium member? Oops, I did it again. You're watching it right now. All right, third and final. And we're going to have 20 or 30 lenders here by the end of the year. So take advantage of these 3 right now if you need the money. Trust AFI, very impressive website. I'm talking kick-ass. They've got over 25 years of combined experience. A couple of questions they ask on their profile is, do you need the money to purchase additional inventory? Some of you do. How about cash to cover payroll? Almost everybody does at this point, right? Do you want to expand into a new space? And this is important. Let's assume you're going to expand, maybe even start a new company, a new division. The SBA is going to put you through a grinder, and if they ever do an audit and find out that you did some gigantic pivot, or God forbid you use the money in another organization or company that you formed, can't do that. There's going to be a lot more flexibility. So yes, with all 3 in total, up to 300 lenders that they can reach out to on your behalf, they're going to be higher interest rates. You're going to have to share your tax returns. You're going to have some level of a decent credit score, or you're going to pay an astronomically high interest rate. And in closing, let me once again remind you, be honest with yourself and with these lenders. Tell them the truth. Tell them you got whacked because of A, B, and C. But your future's bright. And if they make you put together a business plan, just be honest with them. Share with them what they need. And because you have 300 potential lenders, especially in the market that we're in right now, with higher rates, meaning bigger spreads, these banks and lending institutions are making an absolute fortune right now. And because of that, they're throwing money around like crazy. Just make sure that you, your family, or employees are on the same page. And this is money that you're going to be well spent. So ladies and gentlemen, I've done my part. I hope that each and every single one of you have a fantastically happy and healthy Memorial Weekend. Until next time, always remember that I love you and thank you so much for watching.